All right, so we're going to do the chi warm up. So it's just a gentle moving up and down, a little bit of through the legs also. And slowly we're going to, maybe I'm going to move you away from each other a little so we have more space. Good, 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 good. We have each have our own energy space. And now a little harder and a little more action, and feel it like sloshing in the body. This is a true Qigong warm up versus our other set is any good warm up for activity and sports. But this really is working on the chi. So feel that chi sloshing. And now as we come up higher and lower. So there's more movement. Not just, it's obvious more movement of our arms, but it's more movement of the chi in our body. Now come up with your shoulders and then down. Up with the shoulders and down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and out. Slow, long breath in and then out. Now take the shoulders and make a circle. So it's breathing in and so it comes back, up, forward, and down. So it's a big, long circle. It's almost, you see, I'm almost like a wave. So you don't have to move your arms, just the shoulders up and then down, up, behind, forward and down. So really getting more action, and we're massaging also. Now go back the other way. Down as we go forward and up and then back and down. Breathe in as you come up. Breathe out as you drop. Now with the arms making on this plane, want to bring your hands up to the face and then down only to shoulder height. Come up and the other hand is in front of your face. Breathe in, one hand in front of your face. Breathe out. Breathe in, a new hand in front of your face. And out. Each time, change which hand is closest to your face. Breathe in, breathe out, and feel the sloshing all the way from your feet up to your hands, down to your feet, up to your hands, sloshing of that. You're a bottle, water's going up and down. Now we're going to come all the way around the top and down. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And now the other direction. Breathe in as we come up. Breathe out as we go down. And then relax. Now we're going to go in a different plane, the front and back, and with our power poles, cross-country skis, and actually keep the palm of your hand open. Don't close it. So as it comes by the side, there's a interaction of the chi that comes. It's like your hands are in a straight line on your sides, and as it touches, as it goes past your hips, there's actually a little transaction of chi. We want to make sure that we have them open towards the body. Okay, now we're going to swing them to the sides, low down. And then come up, touch your shoulder, and your back foot comes up on the toe. And then come around your other foot up on the toe or the ball of the foot as you touch. Twist the foot. So you have it. See how my foot is up in the air, the heel. Up in the air. And then lower it again and hit the front and the back. Both. The front kidney area in the back and the spleen in the front, pancreas. You're hitting both the front and the back. Somebody's phone, can we turn that off? Oh, I'm surprised. All right, and now the neck, nice massage, twirling the neck in one direction. And back the other way. And we bring our hands in, touching the dantian area, nice circles, feeling the warmth transferring from the hand into the lower dantian. It's the whole ball in the whole body in the lower diaphragm area. And go back the other way. And then relax. Now, many people ask how often do you practice and for how long? And we come here to class, right? So we get 1 hour a week. But the goal is every single day. So maybe it's because of the type of exercises that we've been doing, they're not conducive to getting it every day. So what we're going to do is called Qigong Walking. We've done some of this in the past. And what it actually will do, each one, we have a list of them. It's not important that you see it at home because I'll be speaking about it as we but each one has elements of the walking that we'll do. Each one has elements from our 12 organs and from our between heaven and earth. But you can do them walking. So every day, hopefully you're walking, right? So every day you pick a different way to walk and you do it. And we'll do it covertly and overtly, so you won't feel, you can do it covert when you're walking as long as you do it. And every day you'll do it. So the first one is called rise and fall, and we've done this before, but we're going to do it a little more intensive. So the rise and fall is also one of the 5 waves, and it's just bringing your hands up to the shoulder and then down and sinking a little, bringing it up as you stand up higher and then down. As I breathe in, as they come up to my shoulder, and breathe out as they come down. As I breathe in, I'm going to puff up the whole body and breathe out, relaxes. And we're increasing the chi in the whole body as we breathe in and then down. Breathe in, breathe out. And as I breathe in, my whole body expands. As I breathe out, my whole body relaxes and contracts. Breathe in, breathe out. As I breathe in, I'm going to pick up one foot just a little, just put it onto the toe if you have a balance problem, and breathe out, it's down. Breathe in just to the toe and breathe out, down. Breathe in just to the toe and then down. My hands raise my heel and it comes down. Now, if with balance, you can bring the foot up and look far away to hold your balance and then down. Otherwise, keep it just on the toe. But if you can, bring the whole foot up and down. Now I said it's walking, right? So what I want to do is you'll just make a circle in the house, or those at home go around the dining room table. And as I breathe in, I'm just walking. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, take a step, push it down. And have your step be nice and relaxed. And when you put your foot down, put it down heel first. And this also will help with balance in walking and reduce falling tremendously. As most trips out on the street is because you actually stub your toe on a broken pavement. So go a little faster in your walking so we can actually walk. We're not meditating. Come all the way over here, we'll make a wider space. So this is bringing the earth energy up right out of the earth into the body and pushing it back down. And have the foot connected to the hand. This nice, smooth, delicate slide. And look away for balance. Look at the other end of the room. All right, now find back into your space. And as you're doing the up and down, you feel that energy come right up the center of the bones and then right back down into the earth. Try to do more relaxing up. Not a stiff arm, but watch my hands. My elbow. There we go. Very relaxed. You feel the difference of the energy is sliding up. Okay, back to center position. So then now do it standing, but only in your mind. Don't move your arms physically, but in your mind. Move your arm up. You breathe in, breathe out without moving. Maybe just the wrist goes up and then down. Just your wrist. Because you do have a little bit of motion when you're walking. No one walks like this. I mean, you've got a gait. So just add that. Now, our hands have been going up and down with one foot, and both hands came up, right? But really, that's probably not the way you walk, right? Usually you walk one hand, the other foot. Okay, so now let's just try that. Bringing it up. And I'll tell you something, don't let me dictate, is it the same side or is it the opposite side? Do what feels comfortable to you, whether the same hand and foot move or the opposites. Doesn't matter, but just be consistent. And then I'm going to trick you. And have a really nice, even connection of the foot and hand moving at the same space in terms of not all the foot and then all the hand, but equal, they're connected. Okay, now I said I was going to trick you. Whatever you were doing, now do the opposite. If you had the same side, hand, and foot coming up, now do opposite hand, opposite foot. So you're working on both right and left or the same. Whatever, it's just the opposite of what you were doing before. And now covert. Now just a little bit of the wrist or no at all, but kind of a slight side of the body action. The normal way that you walk, actually. Not even covert, just walk the way you normally walk, but think energy is flowing with each footstep. So this is the way that you will walk every day, because it's all you're doing is your walk, adding energy coming up and down with the gait of your walking. And if you are a jogger, same thing. Just create a connection, a linkage of your walking or jogging motion of what did we call it? Rise and fall, bringing energy up from the earth and down into the earth with the motion of the body. All right, now back to center or wherever you're at. We're going to be walking around a lot. So now the next one is called open and close. Okay, so it's before our energy was coming up and down, right? Now, what was the heart exercise? And the lungs was opening and closing, right? Whether it be the lungs open, massaging the heart, or massaging the lungs. So let's try that. Bring the shoulders back, expand the chest, contract the chest, big arch in the back, close it down. Massaging, open the chest, close the chest. Open the chest, close the chest. Now add the arm motion. Hands open, open the chest, wide open. The shoulder blades are pinched together, and then close. And then open, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, and then breathe out.
Are you going every other hand?
No, it doesn't, not concentrating on that. Just that the concentration is in the expansion of the chest and heart area and the closing. And even if you don't want to go that far close, you can just even keep your hands down, whatever you want. Not important except for that open and close. Now, forget about that for a second. And I want to work on my feet. So my feet, I want to we'll do 1 foot at a time. Open the foot and feel that tension. Remember from the spleen exercise, the spleen was 45 degrees and I opened up the inside of my arm, my leg. So I want to do that. Open by opening the hip. And don't go too far so that you stretch or strain anything. And close. And go to the other side. We don't open it and close. And even if it's just a little bit open, just like 45, because we're going to be adding walking. So we actually can't go all the way back. We just go a little bit open and close. Open and close. Now we're going to little bit wider stance of the hips, because now we're going to bring the toe in. So we're actually twisting the hip a little so that foot is in and then centered and then in. So it's a real close. Before it was open, but the close was really neutral. Now we want to bring it in, close it, and neutral. Close and neutral. And close and feel the tension on the outside. What's on the outside? This meridian is the gallbladder meridian, is on the outside, and that is stretched when we bring the toe in, and then neutral. in, gallbladder, open, neutral. All right, now put the two of them together of open, the spleen, pancreas, the kidneys coming up the inside. Now go all the way, close, the gallbladder, stomach is on the outside. Go to the other one, open and close. We go from the extreme to the extreme on the close. Changing which side of the body, front side, back side is being stimulated. Front side stimulation, back side stimulation. All right, now in a standing place, we're going to add the hands to the feet. So we're really getting a workout. We're really working that whole front side and back side. What is that? In the between heaven and earth was the macrocosmic orbit. So you're going to be doing the exercise of macrocosmic orbit while you're walking down the street. So it's all different twisting and interlocking. So as I go open, take both feet also open. As I go close, I bring my feet in. Up the front side, the whole front is expanded, and the Chinese, the whole front side, and then back side, closing, contracting, open, and close. Now, we also have during our lifetime or even during the day is time period where we ourselves are open to the people around us and that we're closed to the people around us. Confined. And there's not a good, I didn't say good or bad, open and closed, not one is better than the other. But in Chinese medicine, it's whether we got stuck in one. So our exercises are to help us get unstuck, to lubricate in the macrocosmic orbit, the whole backside, the whole front side. And we just want to get the yin and the yang, the water route and the fire route, get it all balanced. And we do that while the next thing is add it to walking. Okay, so I want to be very careful because it's hard to walk with this. So we do slower one side at a time. So open and then close. So, sorry. Open a few steps at a time. Open is heel in, toe out, and arms are held as we walk for a while. And then close, pigeon-toed for a few. So it's not a one stage at a time. Pigeon-toed, closed in, open. Open up, heels in, toes out. I'm gonna stay in the picture. And then closed up, toes in. And add that to long breaths. So breathing in, open, expansion. Breathe out, close, toes in, shoulders in, collapse. And then open. Front side stimulation. Breathe out, close. And be confined into our own space. Open. Now, what happens for those people that are constantly on the computer, right? When you're sitting at the computer desk, you're in that closed position. All right, so your Qigong exercises, like every once in a while, wait a minute, I got to open up, stand up, stretch, open it up. Even without standing up, you can do it. Just say, wait, I'm really getting backaches in my, so open, get it open. Break this pattern and then down. So it's not even just walking, but sitting when you're at the computer desk. Put it into your lifestyle. Breathe out, close. Breathe in, open. And feel the tension on the inside of the legs. Feel the tension when you're closed on the outside of the legs. All right, back to center stage. And do one closing exercise for this because we were doing the macrocosmic orbit, which is generally associated with squats, right? We're not going to do the squat, but we're going to do a dip and up, breathing in, and then breathe out, a dip down. Breathe in and breathe out. And breathe in, come up the backside. Breathe out, down the front side. We'll just get that cycle moving. Okay, and then relax. Something happened to our music. I like that music. That's Beethoven. There's something interesting. All right, so now spiraling. So also between heaven and earth, right? We had the spiraling as one of the exercises where we're bringing the energy out of the earth, coming right up through the center of the leg and coming up into the body. So first we'll just do the one leg, spiraling it. And then we'll go to the other one. That's bringing it up out of the earth. I'll try it out of the heavens. Bring down intuition, creativity, love, compassion. That's all heaven chi. We're bringing it right down into, through the center, into the, bring it to the heart this time. We're not necessarily having to mix it, bring it to the heart. And the other one, as well, spirituality, that's the fallback. Now on the way to the grocery store, right? Now, what is that step? I'm walking down the street, but this time I want to spiral down the street. So I'm going to just do a little spiral, take the next step, a little spiral, a little one, spiral, feel it come up, not just an exercise of the body, but we are working with the energy coming up. And now this one is for balance purposes, the opposite hand. So as I make a spiral of my foot, my opposite hand goes up and they're both gonna spiral. And heaven and earth both coming into the body. Switch. As I go forward, I'm spiraling both. And forward. So you're gonna have to, you put the weight on the back foot, right? So we don't fall. Now slowly go forward. Now the weight is on the new back foot. Again, so those can see. So it's that transition. I don't want to fall as I transition from one foot, change weight. As I bring my hand down, the weight goes into that foot, and the other hand pulls a new foot up. And feel me bring down as I kind of pull down the weight as I push in. So if we get onto the right sequence, correct. So now we'll start all out together. Right foot forward, left foot in the air, weight on the left foot. Left hand, right foot. Yeah. All right. Sorry. Right foot forward, left hand in the air. Now, as I pull down my hand, I go forward, and that pulling down pushes the weight into my right foot. And as I lift up my left foot, it takes the weight off. All right, now, pull right hand down, pushes the weight into the left foot. And the left hand pulls the right foot up into the front of me. And now I'm turning, now spiral. Then I pull my hand down, pushing the weight into the front foot, which is left hand, right foot. My other hand pulls up my back foot into the air in front, and they both spiral. And I'm going forward a little as I pull the weight down into the arm. So one hand pulls down energy into the foot, and the other one pulls up energy in the next flow, if that makes sense. We're really having our hands help us. And then in the middle, we spiral. Don't forget the spiral. A lot of mental, not for sissies. And see if you can feel that spiraling coming energy up from earth and down from heaven. Okay. Now do it covertly. Right? Covertly. You want to do it so they're not looking at you ready with the net. Take you away. So now I'm just the bees and the bugs and the birds. I'm making sure that they get on, don't land on my head. So now it's just a little slower gait. That's the important thing, is because you got to get that spiral in. But as I'm going forward, spiral. Take the next foot, spiral before. Now, who knows the difference of this walk, that when I emphasize not to fall down, what to do? The toe. So we don't want to do this without looking, because we don't want to trip on anything. So this one is the only one you have to be really careful when you're walking and make sure you're in a smooth space, because we are walking with the toe going down first. I don't want any bad reports. But without moving your hand in the air, have it go in the air and pulling it down from the.
You're not raising your hand.
No, because we're doing covert, so we don't get hauled.
Just thinking about it.
Think about it. It's all in the mind. Where the mind goes, the chi goes. So we are doing that. All right, now the next one. And during each day, to pick a different one or find a favorite one that you like to walk. As I say, we're learning how to do Qigong every day. So it doesn't have to be an hour, but if you're going to take a walk for an hour, guess what? It was an hour. So now the next one is called the fountain. So the fountain with the triple warmer, when we go up and bring our hands up over our head and intertwine our fingers, right? Flip it and go up and then down, flip it, and whoa, here's the fountain. As I open my hand again, that fountain came out of the top of my head of spewing energy towards heaven. All right, what is exposed? Top of my head, this little acupuncture point right there, the whole open side of my arm and my palms, they're all exposed to heaven. That's spewing out chi up into heaven. Okay. So I want to do that segment of the triple warmer during my walking. And what I'm doing is I'm pulling energy out of the earth. It's coming right up through the center and leaving. It's a cleansing exercise. Okay. So let's just try with the of putting it. We don't even have to interlock the hands. We just put them on our head and then open up and feel the water fountain come off the top of my head, but not just the top of my head. Everything is spraying water all over. And then breathe in, closing it, breathe out, sprays out the top of my head. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Have it flow out the top of the head, leaving like a fountain, all this water, like there's a hose there spraying out, but also shooting out the center of my hands, getting everything all wet. All right. Breathe in, grab it all. Breathe out, spray it. Breathe in, breathe out. As I breathe in, it's coming right up through the bottom of my feet, coming up, filling up the body. Breathing out, spraying at the top like a fountain. Relax the shoulders a little. Do that massage if you're sore. And now add that. Don't poke your neighbor in the eye, but add it walking, right? So breathe out. And I'm not going to connect my walking to the breathing. I'm connecting my breathing only to my hands and the fountain. So just breathe at will. Walk at will. Just that you're going forward. But breathe in and out slowly with the motion of the hands. Breathing out, fountains coming right out the top of the head and out of your fingers, your palms. Breathe in, collapse, but it's coming up through your feet. We're back to walking with our heels hitting the ground first. Make sure you're walking around your tables if you can at home. No cheating. All right, now covert. Do the same thing. Walk, a nice pattern, nice path, but the breathing is connected to the exiting of water out the top of your head. So you have just don't have to have any motion with your arms, so that you can say, I can do this while I'm walking down the street. And the key again to the health is that all these channels that we have in our body, that they're flowing. And we want all day long to be exercising and manipulating with the mind and the muscles, all of the channels. And this one is very important. It's flowing all the way from the earth right through the body and out the top of the head. All right. Now, we're pushing away, we're cleansing with the fountain of going away. Now, we want to get a little bit of the heaven back into us. So it's a rain. It's a rain. If we were standing in our neutral position, just the hips, pelvic floor just twisted a little, and we're just sitting here at the end of first we had the exercise where we worked on the clouds, and then we had thunder, right, with stamping, and then we had electricity, lightning coming down, and then the last part of that closing of the between heaven and earth was standing in the rain. So I want to just stand here and feel pitter patter. So the middle of the summer, it's really hot. We're not gonna have rain now. It's hard, but we're gonna walk through. This morning, I only thought about this because I walked by a sprinkler, right? So we're gonna walk by the sprinkler, and it's tinkling on our whole body. It starts at our top of our head, touches the shoulders, and it's that type of real light sprinkler that just doesn't even get you wet. You just feel the little spots of water, and before you even look at it, it already dried. So we're going to sit here and think, bring it internally of just each of those sprinkles, all the way from the top, my nose, my ears, shoulders. Just the top of your shoulders gets wet, right? You don't even get wet in your hips because it stopped at your shoulders. So just stand there and feel that sprinkle or the fountain sprinkler touching you. And there's disconnect of breathing. It's just, I feel it coming from above. I feel it touching. This one you can practice at home by walking through a sprinkler, right? So let's take it into the walking. As I walk, just a very casual meditative walk. Again, disconnecting the breathing to the walk or to the motion, but what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about each drop of water. Where does it hit me? Start at the top of the head, the nose, the ears, cheeks, my back, my stomach. Some people more than others will get their stomach wet. Nobody in this class. We don't have any stomach problems. This one of all is the easiest to do covertly, because it's really what's going on in the mind. But it's heaven energy. That's what's coming. That's what's gently washing you, bringing it into the body. Okay, as I say, practice that one walking by a sprinkler. It really works. Now, kind of a new feeling, but also is a lot of people tend to think of Qigong is not an exercise to build up muscle strength. But in this class, you know that when we're doing all these dips, that we're building up our legs muscles, and the more of those that you do, the more muscle strength. As you get over and longer, we're getting into the sitting position of strengthening these legs over time. We're building them up. So what we do infrequently is the shoulders. So if we hold our hands out, palms down, this is the water carrier. He's got a pole all the way across that he's kind of wrapped his arms around, right? It's just it's like a spiral through here. That the pole is here and then comes under here, and we're holding that. And that weight has 2 buckets of water at the end. So this can get heavy. And the longer we hold it, heavier it is. Now, the shoulders could tend to get up in our ears to try to hold that up, but we want to relax. Relax the shoulders, but keep that pull going over this shoulder and under this arm. That visualization is really important of where is the pressure on the arms. And I feel it. I feel the weight relax, a sinking, the weight brings my shoulders down a little. And where is my energy? It's at the end. It's in these 2 buckets that are over here. That's the space that I'm in. It's not only that I'm carrying the buckets, but it's indicating the space of my chi.